They're still talking, but I'm going to start. And they stopped. Good. Perfect timing. I could hear you in the other room.
Oh,
Jibber jabbering your gibbery jaw. Yet again, I can never, ever. Thanks for subbing, by the way, Sarah. So, welcome to Charisma Saves. Today is going to be a little bit different. We are going to take a small detour from our main 4 heroes to go visit the 5th member of the Keepers of Eight, Egnir, and his goings-on. As we have been away from him for a good 3 or 4 weeks of real life. This is a one-shot in practice, but very, very much tied to and affecting what is going on in the world. All the players, you see their art there. We were going to make Sarah make new fucking Golgari art, okay? But
just for one fucking episode.
We were not going to do that. So all of the players will be playing as Golgari agents, members of the order that Egnir himself hails. But before we do that, do we have anything to talk about?
Bloodhunter subclass art is in the works for us to release that subclass. So
should be
if you're
soon.
looking forward to that.
Yep. The Order of the Sanguine Blade will be available for $1 due for use in your own home campaigns and just to support the show in general. And all proceeds go to building us a custom fucking setup for Campaign 2 and a blow dryer for Hannah, who is obviously having problems right now.
I'm good.
You good? You're very distracting, like a peacock.
Okay,
You're stealing
I'll be done now.
you're stealing all our thunder. Okay? All the focus on you and your rainbow shirt, and your hair. All right. Okay.
I think you're easily distracted.
I think
Yeah.
you're easily distracted. So, I also got some stuff, by the way. I had not been having my official calendars and stuff up here. So, while I know the date in my head, roughly I can give you an exact date at the end of the session because I know Professor was asking 2 or 3 times. But
Yes.
Excuse me. I think, is there anything else going on? Alex is cast in shadow yet again. What a dreamboat. Randy on the absolute edge of medical science. Today he fired a flamethrower at someone with COVID, got rid of it. So
True.
cured
True
it.
story.
Cured it today. Have you guys seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No.
Alex, have you seen it?
Nope.
And Hannah, you haven't seen it either?
Not yet. No.
Okay. First of all, you could watch it, but I strongly advise Alex not to watch it because we watch a lot of bromance movies together, and it's basically a 2.5 hour bromance, and I really like it. But there's a scene in there where Leonardo DiCaprio shoots an actual flamethrower, and they kept a part of it where it was supposed to be cut, where he starts going, he goes, that's hot, shit! And they kept that, because Tarantino is that way. So that reminded me of that. Anyway, so, very, very good movie that everyone should watch. I think it's great. So, I think that's it. Really? Let me find some ambient tunes, and we can get going. Does anybody else want to talk about anything? Bring anything up? Anything on your minds?
I'm going to post a sketch of my character in the Discord whenever we get to descriptions. So if anyone's interested and hasn't joined the Discord, you should do that.
All right. So, we are starting today, this session, with Egnir, the Ocarina of the Storm, approaching the Golgari headquarters deep in the Tabir Swamp. You would spend the better part of 3 days in the company of Saldrew and pretty much the cart drivers, three small bluish kobolds, and her pet, a large blue wyvern. Acts very much like a house cat, very curled up around her at all times, but about 30 feet in length. And of course, in this incredibly ornate silver carriage, just you and her for multiple days. You talk, small talk for the most part. She doesn't try to intimidate you. She doesn't try to be aggressive in any way specifically. In the evenings, you do discuss things with Numai occasionally, and all seems pretty well. It's a little bit of a weird situation, but you were asked by the matriarch to facilitate this meeting, and Saldrew wanted to take the long way. So you did so. So as you hear the wheels of the cart start splashing into the wet, swampy ground heading toward the Golgari headquarters, she leans forward in her human form, which again looks like a middle-aged, borderline porcelain-skinned woman with deep blue eyes, blue robes, and a silver breastplate depicting a blue star. Silvery gray hair pulled back into a tight ponytail. Very extreme features, high cheekbones, almost elf-like in the height, but still human in this form. And she leans forward, swirling a silver cup of some sort of wine. Thank you for taking me to your home, Egnir.
Yes, well, that is part of our deal, and that is what the matriarch wishes me to do.
Yes. Do you always do what she wishes you to do?
Yes?
Why?
So she's my queen. Why would I not?
I just find it interesting the way you answered yes, as if you've never thought about it before.
I haven't.
Maybe you should.
Why?
You simple thing. Well, I suppose we are on the same team today.
Are we?
Of course. Well, I'm sure you've had a good trip. This has been pleasant for you?
It has been adequate.
Getting a taste for the finer things with your young bride, I see. Don't let it spoil you. Oh, you tongue-tied little thing. Well, We're almost there. Tidy up a bit. I don't want you to disappoint your matriarch. She's your queen, after all. And you hear the wheels hit a little spot and come to an ending at this stone sort of clearing. Much of the Golgari space is, to the untrained eye, it looks like ruins. It looks like nature reclaiming stone buildings, almost like a Greco-Roman style, but with vines covering everything. But after just a short view, just paying attention, there's no ruins. There's not bolters sitting around. There's not broken things. It's just nature and architecture coalescing. The only part where they really let it take over nature itself is called the Hand Monastery, which is an ancient part of the Golgari establishment where, Egnir, you have never been, but is where the meeting is being held today. It is the most central, secure location within the territory. As you all know, we talked before this a little bit, but the Golgari territory is neutral territory. Much like the hotel in John Wick, nothing happens here but business. If violence occurs, it is a strict forbiddance of the code. It is nominally sacred, but functionally it has been a place for generations on Khador where no matter what, mediation can occur. And there hasn't been a problem here centuries. So, you get out of the cart, and the tiny kobolds skitter around. My queen! And they open the door up and let out they unfurl a roll of silver, bluish carpet that goes up to a stone doorway. And as you exit, Egnir, at the stone doorway, you see 3 familiar faces. Which we can start off with Sarah.
Oh boy.
You know their names and everything, so you can introduce your names as well.
So you see Aldarian, a 6-foot-tall, dark-skinned, slightly androgynous female wood elf, with shaved sides of the head, white hair pulled back in the center to a long ponytail, piercing silver eyes, with white mood mark paint across her face, and cheekbones that are in a tree-like pattern. Mostly wearing just dark navy and green fabrics, with some tightly woven leather wraps around the arms and legs, and literally covered in weapons with a double-sided glaive, a long bow, a whip, nets, swords. At every inch of her is covered with weapons.
Okay. And Alex?
You see a roughly 6'2", darker skinned male, with really short hair, just really basic and black hair. Very lean and muscular, with a rapier at his side.
And his name is what?
Ison.
Ison. Okay. Just a simple rapier and armor. What was the armor?
Studded leather.
Studded leather. Okay.
Yeah. He's just very like elegant, I guess.
Okay.
You see Thea, roughly 5'8", female, wood elf, face obscured by a hooded cloak covered in moss, with a shaved head, markings along one eye, that sort of a triangle of swoops coming from the top and the bottom of the eyes, with a short bow strapped to her.
All right. So you see Eldarian, correct? Is that how you pronounce it?
Eldarian.
Eldarian. Eldarian. Ison and Thea. Egnir, you've known all of these people on and off throughout your life, being agent of the Golgari. And you see Egnir, the three of you, the Ocran of the Storm, one of the highest ranking people you have a relationship with.
Sorry, I'm writing down names. I'm gonna do kind of just a bow-like greeting, very small.
I'll give a small nod of acknowledgement, like I respect you, basically.
Same thing.
Good to see you.
And you? How was the journey?
Uneventful, thankfully.
Was it that uneventful? And you see Saldrew walking on her silver carpet toward this with her wyvern at her side as she sort of strokes the top of its skull and the three kobolds in tow. Ah, friends of yours? Cute.
Something of the sort.
Excellent. Are all of you supposed to come to the meeting?
We were summoned by the queen, so I assume we are attending.
Ah, so all of you aimlessly listen to the matriarch. Interesting. I didn't know that Egnir was the only one without thoughts.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, lead the way. Doors open as the guards behind it hear this. And it opens into a scene, again, of this odd structure and disorder. It is stone pathways. Even though you're in a swamp, there doesn't seem to be any runoff water. There is a very nice glade nearby that Egnir you like to soak as a crocodile. But this main space, it looks like a Grecian city overrun by nature. There are no shops. This is not for commerce. There's no hotels. There's not children around. In fact, all of you would know the only children here are being trained to be Golgari, and so they are not right in this main thoroughfare. They are off being trained. Surrounded by dozens of different agents of the Golgari at different spaces, some of which are stationed here in the headquarters as a means of protection and guarding, and sometimes you're just given off time because the Golgari understand that the job, while stress isn't necessarily a thing they're worried about. It's more focus. If Golgari aren't recalled for too long, they may get a little anxious and feel as if they've fallen out of favor. But you've all been recalled. This is a big deal for, all of you, but mostly the three of you who have just base levels of ranking. You are just agents of the Golgari. You aren't necessarily chosen or special. You all have been off doing your own thing. And as is customary on this walk, Golgari agents, when in a space, are supposed to talk about what they've been doing. Share information with one another. They are brokers of information. And the more ears that hear the information, the higher likelihood that it could be made useful. So, Egnir, being the ranking member, starts the custom of talking to each of you about what has been going on. So,
So, I have been traveling with the Keepers of the Eight throughout the majority of Kadur lately, and helping them uncover secrets of this star-eating beast that turns out is named Zilladek. And
I'm sorry, what word did you use?
Oh,
beast. It's a large creature.
Interesting.
Beast.
so it is alive?
It is referred to as alive. As if it were alive.
I feel like there's more information there. Seems too
Probably.
simple.
If it's alive, just kill it.
Wow, that is the plan.
Well, it's not nearly as... What I've been doing is not nearly as fun or interesting, but... I've been looking after the well-being of Lady Nillaqueen in Arendelle. The elves are the same.
Sounds boring.
It's been very boring.
Sometimes she wakes up early in the morning and bakes.
The food is good, but not much to do.
The matriarch has had me out by Norek hunting orcish assassins. Not too difficult, but good sport nonetheless.
They're pretty oafish. It's not their best foot forward when they're stomping through the woods in what seems
Nora?
like they feel like they're being... So both of these are in elven territories. Norak is to the northwest as well.
Gotcha.
That sounds much more fun than hanging out with a bunch of dwarves. Whole city's on lockdown. You can't get past the first gate. I started to get closer, but I got called back. Yeah, they won't let anyone in or out unless you're a dwarf.
So you were unsuccessful in getting there?
I was there, but I couldn't get farther and I was working. I had an angle, but I got called back.
Is they always on lockdown?
Not
Since
that I know of.
No, it's just
Mine
ever
Helm-
since
Minehelm's been on lockdown since the war broke out.
the war.
Have they not heard that it is over? Since there is a truce?
They are more paranoid than I guess we've been led to believe.
Ah, maybe they've heard of your beast.
Hmm. Perhaps.
Is this the beast your friends were making a fuss about?
Which friends?
Oh, the red-headed girl and the...
Oh, she makes a fuss about everything.
Well, they seemed very upset. But the,
No, she-
the emotions of humans are strange.
I would be lying if I said I understood it.
Ah, well.
Is something that eats the stars not a concern for the dragons, or?
Well, what is your name?
Eldarian?
Eldarian. Well, sweetheart, it may come as a shock to you, but we have outlived many things that were said to have destroyed the earth or the universe or the whatever, many times. There have been blood wars between demons and devils. There have been wars between gods and spell plagues and clashes between magical cities and I apologize if the worries of mortals tend to be overblown at times.
I mean,
But
Perhaps.
everything is immortal until it isn't, right?
I suppose.
and just because you survived this long doesn't mean you were complacent in all the past events.
Doesn't mean you'll survive again either.
Ah, complacency is an interesting term for a Golgari to use. Huh. Well, hopefully this conversation is even more interesting when we allow your queen to be a part of it. And you see in front of you huge stone doors on these very tall sort of canopy-like roofs with you know that clay, that rounded clay tiling. It's on there. Many of these tinted green where there's lichen and moss growing on them freely. These large stone doors are being guarded by 4 Golgari, all of which have what look to be the bottom halves of their faces, just under their eyes, all black mood paint, down to their necks, holding a variety of weapons. As they see you get close, they pause for a moment as if listening to something that you can't hear. And then all 4 of them put their hands up to the door, and where they place their hands, 4 symmetrical runes begin to glow. And there's a loud as the locking mechanism seems to undo. And you are faced with a large grove In front of you is a small trail that leads to the left. And there are these small, rounded, almost matryoshka, like nesting doll-like statues. These carved egg things of stone covered in moss with elvish faces carved into them. All of you know these to be past matriarchs. Every matriarch tends to this as sort of a ritualistic place. You follow around to the left side and down a small path to a cobblestone bridge where there are, instead of swampy, dirty waters, there are clear waters with fish and koi swimming in them. Lily pads floating on the clear water, and a small rocky outcropping to your right as you walk over this clear water with an old bell covered in moss on it. As you head over the bridge, there's a small grassy island in between here and what is your destination. And it has a series of small Greco-Roman style benches, it looks like, for seating. As you follow around, there is a slightly submerged walkway just under, maybe 2 inches under the clear water. And you step down into it. It's, for you four, it's a borderline religious experience to be in this place. Stepping into that water is a threshold that not many Golgari get to pass. And as you step into it, following the cobblestone along it, you step up onto your final platform, which is a small grassy island with a single building, just a porch with a roof and open walls, basically a gazebo, clutched by a huge, Titanic-sized hand made of stone. And there, standing just in the shade of the structure, is the matriarch. Saldru stands there with her guard and her wyvern. And the rest of you I think I'm just gonna do my best for your thing. Deal? For your
Okay.
icon.
That's fine.
It's just gonna be the best I can do. So who has white hair?
Me.
Alright. You're gonna be this one. Egnir, yours is normal. I think I'm gonna have to move that for you, or I might be able to give you access to it. Does anyone have, you said both black hair?
Yeah.
Thea has a shaved head.
Just bald?
Mine
Yep.
was black and like really kept.
Alright, here's Alex's token. Best I can do. Shaved. A shaved head. How
She also
dare
has
you.
she also has a cloak if you can find one that's like
Like cloaky.
Just a hood.
you know.
Well, that's close. No one wants to be bald. I'm just doing
Cowards.
No one wants to be bald. Some of these are pretty cool, though. There we go. I found a bald. Close enough. Bald.
All right.
You are told to stand to one side. And Egnir, you are told to stand. You are motioned towards the matriarch to stand beside her. The matriarch looks at all of you. Thank you for coming here.
I'll give her
Nods.
a bow.
Same.
Aldarian, your might in battle has been noted. Thank you for your work in protecting the lady. Eisen, you have done well. You may not think it, but the information you have gathered has helped tremendously with our goals in Minehelm. And Thea, the world is rid of orcish scum every day at a quicker pace due to your existence. And for that we thank you. And my Akron. You make us all proud to be Golgari. So, you bring the bright queen Saldru here. What is this meeting for in this place of neutrality? Saldru starts to talk. Well, it has come to my attention that your Akron here is trying to get me killed. The matriarch turns. Is this true, Egnir? Have you been plotting the demise of Saldru?
Saldru? No.
Is that that's technically a lie, right?
No, that was the truth.
Technically, it is the
Yeah,
truth.
I guess it is the truth.
Yeah.
Huh. Well. Also my brothers Meldrad and Mindrorian, of course. You see, we have eyes and ears as well. So I would like to, if we could, broker some sort of arrangement. Which is why I've asked you here, Egnir, because you seem to have your own machinations about how things should be going. So I ask, how can we make a deal? She sort of sits back and pets the wyvern, smiles. Well, Egnir, it seems that we have a meeting to mediate. What are your goals, my Akron? Please speak freely.
My goals?
Or the goals of those you are working with? What is the goal here? Why are we taking action against Saldru specifically, or her brothers?
I do not know about Saldru specifically, but I do know that the Keepers of Eight find the slavery practiced by Meldred to be abhorrent.
Ah, slavery, yes. Abhorrent, you say? Slavery?
Oui?
And what would you call this? She points around to, like, the four of you. Are you insinuating that they do not have an idea of what to do with their own lives? I'm simply insinuating that from birth all they know is what you tell them. Is this not slavery? My matriarch. Michael Gori, do you feel as if you are slaves?
No.
No,
Not at all.
No?
I choose to serve you, matriarch.
I didn't have to come back.
You see, there is a difference. Well, what about it do you find unsavory then? King of the Green Wastes.
What do I find unsavory?
Well, you speak on behalf of your friends.
Well, they fundamentally disagree with the idea of the strong ruling over the weak by force.
How do they decide to order themselves? Let some person with a silver tongue decide what happens instead. And not someone that is shown capable of doing what needs to be done.
Professor does win a lot of the arguments, yes.
God damn it.
Well, it seems that... how would Meldred find the... How do you feel if his business was interrupted for some time? I don't think he would like that whatsoever. Are you asking for him to stop his slavery altogether? Is that what it would take, Egnir?
That is a question for Lenya, not for me.
Again, there's a reason I have you here. You speak honestly, but you are evading my question. Speak on their behalf. What do you think she would say? I have already had an audience with all of them. By the way, they murdered my son.
Sure, they had their reasons.
I don't care much for the child. I just needed someone to pass all this along to. And frankly, it is a bit insulting.
What is?
They came to my territory where my son was hunting, learning the ways of how to use his natural form. And they decided to kill him instead of being, well, what all things should be when faced with a dragon. A way for that dragon to improve. Part of me agrees that he is too weak, so he did not deserve to live. And I'm sure that appeals to your sensibilities. But at the same time, Still a bit frustrating. But that's not the point. The point is, you, Egnir, Ocarina of the Storm, you don't politicize. You don't seem to have much behind those eyes beside your direct orders or desires. So, on behalf of the Keepers of Eight, I ask simply that you give me a term to which I can maybe counteroffer. What did you do about Meldrad, my stupid brother? Well, I don't know much about your friends, my Ocarin, but this seems fair.
I think what they would most want is for him to cease his slavery and leave the city of Gygax.
This is an incredible ask. And what in return?
His life.
What a bargain. Well, tell me if this suits you. His slaves will leave the city. All non-dragon kin, kobolds and the like, will be set free. His place in the city stays. But as for his life, you will find no retaliation from me. Think of it as an agreement. And not an assassination, of course, but if something were to befall him at the hands of the Keepers of Eight and yourself, I couldn't possibly argue with that. He sure has done enough to cause whatever befalls him. He pokes and prods in your presence constantly.
So, what do you get out of this? Why come all this way just to say that you won't interfere?
Well, first of all, I didn't want to be involved in any of that. I don't wish at all to expend the forces necessary to go all the way up to Gygax and dominate it and take it. I'm perfectly happy in the desert. But having some money go through the southern part of that city, and suddenly the ownership is up for bid. I certainly would not hate an opportunity at something like that. I have my very trusted advisor who could run in that city for some time. Have you met him? Maybe not.
Which one?
The man with the tiger face?
Tiger Man?
Huh?
A Tiger Man? I have
It's-
not met a Tiger Man.
It's no matter. It wouldn't be a dragon, is the point. So, that seems to settle Meldrad. Do we think we have an accord here? I find it satisfactory for the Golgaris. And of this, if Egnir, you want to speak on behalf of the Keepers of Eight, I am happy to put it in order for one Meldrad.
you wish to take... Oh,
He is Meldred the Death Lord, the Black Baron of the Waiting Grove? That is correct. He is edgy. Yes, quite. Well, I can put it in order for that immediately. If you would like, an Egnir, if you would like this contract, I think it best suits you and your skills.
and in exchange, you are moving the tiger person into Gygax?
And releasing all of the halfling slaves he has, of course. He's the Black Baron of the Waiting Grove. The Waiting Grove is the homeland of the halflings themselves. It would free their homeland and their physical bodies. They'd be allowed to go back home. You kill Meldred, I still hold the stake in the city. I feel like that's an incredible deal. Plus, I get to stay out of all the violence. So, do we have a deal?
I think that is agreeable.
All right, and obviously it goes without saying, he should never know that it was me who made the deal or the Golgari that hold the contract for such a thing.
He will not know it until it is too late for him to act on it.
Yes, we are always wants to have deference in a situation. Yes, matriarch, of course. And for mine Drorian, I feel like the same deal would be too transparent. What is the problem with mine Drorian?
Don't know that there is one.
No problem. We can leave it at that.
I don't think so, no.
Do any of you know any problems that you have with Mindorian that Egnir would know because you've talked about it multiple times? It's up to you guys. This is... Nothing has to happen. There's...
He wasn't the one who was running drugs. It was the one that we already talked about that's in the city,
Yeah.
right?
Mindorian ran the fight and built the
Mindorian
Colosseum.
Maldred is the bad one.
Mindorian's the one that has all the like armies and stuff, and he's like
He's the fire starter. He
the,
is
the
the
fighty
warfare.
boy.
Yep.
Mm.
He's a military presence. Meldred's more of a criminal thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Maldred's
literally
the one that's in Gygax.
The
Yeah.
only issue would be is if Mindorian wanted to fight us, he had
There's a
you know, the
standing army in the
ability.
southern hemisphere of Gygax and the Red Dragons.
yeah.
So that's really the threat, is they are inside the walls of Gygax. So
But as long as we had the treaty with them, I think we
Right.
kind of also agreed that their forces could be a benefit
You
when
did.
it comes down to fighting Zillidak.
Plus,
and
it kind
we
of
have
seems
to
like
fight him.
Mindorian doesn't hate us.
He seems to kind of have respect for Linya, so after the fight.
He's probably fine. He's a liability, but also a potential asset that I think mitigates
Maldred
the,
just
the
has like
risk.
no.
Yeah,
bonuses,
Mildred
it
was
seems
the only
like.
one
He's
that
like
we
a
all
piece of shit.
fucking hated.
Well, he will want to retaliate. So, how do we sell him? If he is not to be eliminated, he is surely to be folded in, as it were. So, what could we offer Mindorian in the terrible event of Meldred's demise?
Well, you know his desires better than I do.
War. Mostly. Always something to prove him. I think if he had something to fight, it would be good. Or some other outlet of some kind. Or we could pay him off. But the payment would be quite steep. I would think no less than 10,000. You do know how the red dragons and his kind like to literally sit on piles of gold, so...
Would it be something that he would want to personally fight, or does he want to lose another champion?
No, he wants to wage war. Not a single fight.
Well,
He needs conflict. He is a... You should have seen him during the council years.
well,
There are little to no giants left in the mountains in the area. Fire giants have been wiped out. He even started to look into shutting down different gates around the more ancient parts of the territory of the dragons to kill and hunt demons. He is a... He gets cabin fever when he doesn't kill. Me, on the other hand, I'm fine. As long as things continue to churn and our power continues to expand in whatever way seems best. Also, for the record, I don't think Zilbane would necessarily want Mindrorian dead, so it's best if he stays occupied.
and what of the coming war with the Star Eater?
I know we sound skeptical when we talk to you about this, but he would have to engage in some way before that would be a chip on the table that you could play. It would have to be something different. I don't know. I believe it is a threat to you. Well, my Akron, I think we are at a complex part of the discussion. I don't necessarily know that I want to have another war. Well, I don't know how to sate his bloodlust, then. Well, wars are complicated, and my agents are already thin. And if it helps, there are whispers other than Egnir in regards to this Eater of Stars. In fact, I had an agent. Well, I had an agent in the Ivory Drift before it disappeared. And there was a bit of talk in religious and astrological circles of one of the stars dimming. And as we did more research, sure enough, that is absolutely the case. So, there have also been claims of people battling strange entities. And further sightings of the very mysterious illithid from around the world. All 3 major continents have been affected in some way. Different infiltrations. People being stolen. But they are not quite as magically significant as our humble Kador. We have the longest history and the most ancient beings. I feel we may have a better way of detecting them. Or maybe they are drawn to our powers and our items. Who knows? But I will say, Saldru, what Egnir says has some merit to it. Well, it could be possible to talk him into something like that. What do you say, Egnir? Describe to me in some way. What do I tell this man who seeks war what to do? How do I make him see what you are worried about?
Tell him that we have spoken with the illithid. They have told us of an unstoppable force and an inevitable end to this and every other plane, and that he will never find a more formidable foe to show his strength against.
Ah, the dick measure.
Surprisingly effective.
You're more manipulative than I thought. Numai has rubbed off on you. That's not bad. But still, I would have to offer him something. Some sort of pacifier in the untimely death of his brother.
Well, what would tide him over until then?
I have heard some whispers of well, let's call it an expedition. Do you know of what I talk? Under the waves?
Oh, god damn it.
I believe I do, yeah.
Well, I'd say a sufficient offering from those particular coffers would be more than enough to guarantee no retaliation from his side of the kingdom. Numai is already obviously part of this, and Zilbane is not one to retaliate. Unless you did something obscene to the body, I suppose. Just know that if you kill him, it needs to be honored like a quality kill.
What does that mean?
No desecration. And his body will be presented back to us, and we will take it from there.
No harvest.
No, of course not. You can do what you want with his guards, though. I don't care.
What size offering would appease him?
Oh, I don't know. Something... the 5,000 range of value? Should be
Okay.
enough if you can guarantee him a fight. I'll work on him in that angle.
So, 5,000 gold, and he does not retaliate, and he will join in our fight.
I don't know about the joining you. He may do that on his own, and you may just have a common enemy, but... I think 5,000 would sate a man with such short-sightedness, yes.
I think we can arrange that.
All right. So, the contract is in for Meldrad. This agreement is sort of a treaty with Mindrorian and myself. And I think that went well, Egnir. Are you satisfied with this? Do you ask anything of me?
It did not sound as though you were planning retaliation for the death of your son.
Ah. Do my long-term goals need discussing?
I would be curious to hear them.
It fascinates me. Okay, well. Retaliation has been considered. But it seems the group of individuals you associate with are quite popular. Many look to them as heroes. Some look to the woman with the red hair as a sort of symbol. Others still have been seen trying to, let's say, manipulate the natural sciences in a way seen fit by the one with the box. The Emperor is more popular now than his brother ever was. And the old man seems incredibly capable. So, what if you all owe me one?
In exchange for...
Lack of retaliation.
I think we both know that a fight between you and the keepers would not end well for either side.
Whew.
It's possible. But I'm sure that their plate is plenty full. Wouldn't it be better to remove an item from the itinerary, as it were?
I do not believe you are on their itinerary.
Ah. Well, I should be. Unless, of course, we come to an agreement. So,
Bring it, bitch.
I'm gonna fucking.
That's all I have to say is bring it, bitch.
we do not have to make an arrangement, but I find it beneficial for both sides. They owe me the favor equivalent to what his life means.
What is it?
It did not sound like it meant much.
Right.
Which is why the favor would not be that extreme.
How do I know that?
Because the favor is simple. All I ask is for, well, there's an item that I wish to procure. And those in possession of it, let's just say I have a contentious relationship with, and it would be much harder for me to do it alone, and it would be much harder for me to do it peacefully. But a group as famous and liked and worshipped as the Keepers of Eight may be able to procure such a thing without or with minimal bloodshed.
What is the item and who is in possession of it?
Well, the Dwarvish Kingdom has a paragon that I very much treasure.
Oh boy.
And in exchange for that, what I can do for you is have some of my more talented associates use said paragon for short term on loan to the city of Gygax in its defense. And then after that defense, it becomes my sole possession. This is a good deal. I don't have to murder every single dwarf, from the first gate to the last of Mindhelm. And you get use of a paragon you did not have access to. Until, of course, you don't need it. Part of the agreement will be determining a date upon which it returns to my use. But we can come to that with your friends at a later time. If you accept this deal, we, of course, will send someone with you to ensure both the safety of yourselves and the safety of the item itself, or it can be locked away.
What would you do with the Paragon?
Long term?
Yes.
Well, I live in the desert. Possibly I'll turn it into an oasis. I don't know.
Surely that could be done without a Paragon.
Ah, not to the extent by which a paragon enhances the abilities of those in my charge.
I want an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, same. I like it.
Where the fuck? Oh, there we are.
26.
Oh, I rolled really low. 12.
When she uses the term oasis, you find flexibility with your 26. You don't know what that means, but you know that the word doesn't necessarily mean watery tropical space in the desert. Does this seem satisfactory? Or must you notify your friends that there should be another thing on the list?
Must confess, I do not think that they would be agreeable to that.
Interesting. And why not?
Do not think they would trust you with a Paragon. No offense. Well, say no offense.
Well, either way, I intend on having it. If I have to melt dwarven bodies on the way to that goal, then so be it.
Don't blue dragons use lightning?
Did you think I was going to personally do each and every one of them? They live under the earth. I figured I would throw them into their own pits of lava. One by one. No need for a mass grave.
Seems so impersonal.
Yes. I'm not a queen because I go and do things myself normally. How tiring would it be? I only do the important things like talk to you.
Don't know that talking is particularly important.
Don't think you grasp the gravity of the agreements we've made so far, if that is your take right now. Well. Those are my terms. Mull them over. I'm fine with that.
I can certainly offer that deal to them. They've surprised me in the past.
I accept this. That's reasonable. Talk it over with your group. Thankfully, we use the site of neutrality to discuss these things. I feel as though the Emperor would not be as graceful in these talks, nor would the older man.
They are not the ones to be worried about.
No, the Emperor is a worse diplomat than I.
That's fair. That's very fair.
Well, you didn't have much interaction with his brother.
Killed him.
That's not interaction.
Perhaps for you.
Well, I guess that concludes our business. Doesn't it?
I believe so, yes.
Like a fucking peacock.
I have no idea what happened.
So, I suppose if that's all, you can dismiss your guards, matriarch. With all due respect. We have business to attend to outside of the meeting with you. So they shall stay. Egnir, if you would escort her back, that would be ideal.
Oui, I can do that.
Again, Akron, you bring honor to the Golgari. I am very impressed with your actions today. You have honors on the way.
Thank you, my queen.
She reaches out her hand, touches your shoulder, nods. And you start, minus you, walking back towards here. You're back here. As that's happening, and they start slowly walking away, she turns to the rest of you, begins smiling, and again, like I said earlier, you have all been great members of the Golgari. And I want you to know that you are all up for a new honor. You are asked here not only for my personal protection today, although it seems we did not have to come to blows, which is nice, but you are here because in these times we need to bestow what is earned to each of you. So, Thea, please step forward. Step forward to there.
Yep.
service to the Golgari, I bestow upon you the title of... And you hear this crack above all of you.
Oh, fuck.
And
It's killing time.
if you look above, and where the sky is, you see a glass-like crack. And it starts to fall away in chunks of arcane glass that are covering this area as a protective layer. And then Egnir, as you look up, you see spilling over the side of this crack in the glass, this soft, leathery form. Start to just fall, and then another, until there's like 10 just falling through this crack. I need everyone to roll initiative.
What the fuck is going on? Oh, nice. Net 20. I have no idea what is happening.
Okay. So... Kobolds. Okay. Oh, I have a sheet I didn't do. Shit. Not a huge fan of this song. What's this one? Yeah. That one's cool. I wonder if there's like a better one even. Either way. So much for chill stream. I had to do a thing. Da-da-da-da. Where are you, motherfucker? Sorry, I have a fucking... a thing I thought I did, but I didn't do. So it only took a second. Okay. While that happens, give me your initiatives. Just Hannah first.
13.
And Ison.
18.
Sarah.
23.
Woo! And Egnir.
15.
terrible.
Yep. He's no Icilius.
Oh, how the turntable.
There it goes. Okay, and then I need. Okay, and then her. Woo! Good for her. Good for her.
Who is her?
Saldrew. Oh boy. Okay. So let's see. Okay, so all right. So first up is Sarah. Eldarian. And then Saldrew?
Why do you keep saying Eldarian?
Oh, isn't it
Eldarian.
Eldarian. I will never get that right. Okay.
Tolkien Elvish. Holy shit. Come on. Get it together.
Yeah, sorry. I had friends growing up.
You didn't have friends.
I was pretty fucking popular, okay? Backup high school quarterback. Would have thrown a quarter mile.
You laugh,
Back
but
up,
like,
not the actual high school quarterback.
No, I was actually okay in high school. It's fine. But not the quarterback. My hands are too small.
Maybe you should have had bigger hands.
okay, calm down.
Any bigger and you'd be in trouble. So,
Jesus Christ.
I hate you.
Okay, so up first is Eldarian. And
What?
who what? And
Who's that?
who dat? And so, what you see is, to you, a very strange sight. These falling as they spit onto the ground.
Oh no!
Oh, fuck.
Oh, what the fuck? Why? How? Excuse me?
They just splat onto the ground bonelessly,
Oh god.
unconcerned about the harm it causes them to fall. These cartilaginous, tentacle-faced, gray-skinned creatures who, as they fall, they bend over themselves and sort of right themselves in odd ways and start to amble toward you. So you are up, and
All right.
there is one in front of you. You are the one with silver hair, and I'll just move you around. So just signal with the pointy thing, the exact square you want to be if you want to be anywhere else.
Okay, well,
It's just
first
easier
off,
that
this
way.
thing, there's one here and there's one next to the matriarch, so
Yeah.
we're gonna make, 1 slash with the glaive at this one here.
Okay. Go ahead and slash away.
That'll be a 20 to hit.
Okay. That definitely hits.
Okay. So that's gonna be 8 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use a key point
Woo!
to take the disengage action with Step of the Wind.
Okay.
And I'm gonna run over to the side of the matriarch
Okay,
near
just
the fleshy boy.
right here.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one took 8, you said?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're gonna you slash at him?
That uses my bonus action, but I have extra attack, so yeah, I can
Yeah.
attack
So
again.
you spin your double-sided glaive again and bring it down.
Ooh, that's not that great. 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay.
Right into its fleshy form. The only thing that seems to be giving it any sort of protection at all is it's the strange way it moves.
Oh, I added my damage wrong.
Trash!
It should have been 2 more points of damage on the other guy.
Okay. I will do that. So 10 points of damage. Okay.
13 damage on this guy.
13 damage.
I did not add my
Alright.
plus.
Can I number these guys on here? Does that work? Name? Show nameplate? 1. Save change. Hey! Wow, wee-wah. Look at that. That way I won't fuck up, because there's a lot of boys. 3. 4. And you're hitting 5. And you did how much damage, I'm sorry?
Was it
13 damage? That sounds right.
8?
You-
Yeah, 13.
Okay.
13.
Okay. Out of 5. Okay. You slash down into its meaty bits, and where you expect to find organs, you kind of just find more meat.
Ugh.
And cartilage. It's gross. These things are mindless and awful. Saldrew is up next. And we go down here. And she is going to attack this one right here. Is that 214? Okay. And she is going to cast in her human form. She's gonna go with a 3rd level magic missile at him, which is. Anyone know? Hannah, do you have any D4 it is at 1st level?
Not off the top of my head. My
What
tablet's-
good are you,
3,
wizard?
It's 3, 1 level, so first level is
I think it's 3,
3d4.
right? Yeah, 3. Okay. 4, 5. Okay, so 5d4, and they all hit.
Where the fuck did these things come from?
You're supposed to know every wizard thing.
I'm
You're
like
supposed
the
to be an
shittiest wizard.
encyclopedia.
so-
Oh no, don't say that. I would never say that or agree with you.
Oh, I'm choosing.
Wow, that's actually a really good magic missile. 16 magic missile boys. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. So number 6 takes 16 damage. And she is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's going to move this way and look and go, what the hell are these? This is some sort of joke, matriarch. And that one, it's just going to go, and it's kind of going to be like, has anyone been into the bread stage of quarantine yet? Where when you test the bread after it leavens, you poke it with your finger, and if the indent stays, that means it's good and leavened. The indents stay for a moment in this soft flesh. As the magic missiles smack into it. Next up is Bison.
Alright, he is just going to attack the one right next to him.
Okay, with your beautiful, glorious locks, you attack number 2.
First attack is a 21 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is 11 damage.
What are
Okay.
you attacking with?
Yeah, what are you attacking with? I don't know.
My rapier. Sorry.
Describe your attacks, new guy.
I will slash at it with my rapier.
It's not a
Is that
slashing
how
weapon.
rapiers work?
Well,
Does 0
Stab.
damage. There we go.
sorry.
So you see a pretty expert flourish of a long, thin blade pierce right through what would be its neck and sort of throat area, and where you expect a wheeze and a bubble of blood and a cough to come out, it's just more gargling the same way. How much damage was that?
11.
11 damage.
So this is sick. I actually rolled a natural 19,
Hey, it happened.
which means I get to
immediately.
use the thing.
Yeah, go for it.
So I'm gonna make another attack on this one
Okay.
with my rapier. So let me roll the damage real quick.
Okay.
That is gonna be 13 damage.
13 more damage. Okay.
And then I'm going to use the rapier teleport to get behind the one that's by the matriarch.
Well, it's not a teleport. It's more like you dash through it.
Yeah, okay.
Um,
It just said dash, so I didn't know if
yeah,
it was
it's,
like
it's a dash. You see with quick speed, stabbing through, spinning, and then almost in one horizontal leap, dashing and stabbing immediately into the one behind the matriarch.
That gives me another attack as a free action. Okay. Just trying to keep track. So this next one is going to be a 15
This next one's a 15 to
to
hit.
hit. Yeah.
That hits.
That is 14 damage on this one.
14 damage.
And then I should get another attack still. Because fighter, 3 attacks. And
at level 12?
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'll use my 4th attack on this one.
Okay.
That's gonna hit. It's a 16 on the dice.
All right.
So 27, and then 14 damage again.
14 more damage, which is okay. All right. Again, you think you've made 4 quality killing blows, and these things still coming. Egnir, you are down here near Saldrew. and the others, what are you doing? This is so useful. Holy shit.
Well, first I'm going to explain to Saldru that these are invaders from one of the consumed planes.
Just like that, huh? That's how you're gonna do it.
That is exactly
These
how I
are
say it.
invaders from the consumed planes.
Yes,
She's definitely not going to be convinced by that kind of tone, but that's fine.
that's fine. And then
Just say it with some gusto.
no. I don't
Say it
think
like
that's
you just ate a whole bunch of snails. Ha ha ha! These are from the other plane.
is racist against my people.
I am France.
I'm going to.
I like the new screen name, by the way, Baja Blast.
What?
Nothing. Go ahead.
I'm going to start with a call lightning
Call lightning. All right. Where's the lightning hitting?
at 4th level. I'm going to start
Because
with
that's
that one.
with 9. All right.
Sure.
Is that it has 9 on it, doesn't it? Can't you see it? Am I crazy?
Let me flip to the 9.
Okay. So number 9.
It doesn't show up in
As
roll
you
20.
raise your hand up with your wand and bring it down, lightning crackles into it as a deck save.
Actually,
What? Where's an attack?
I'm going to bring it down in between 8 and 9.
Sure.
Not directly on 9.
Is that deck save?
Each creature within 5 feet of that point makes a deck save.
Each creature?
Yes.
Okay, if you want to bring it here, you won't hit the wyvern and
Oh,
the
yeah.
kobold. Or you
Yes,
don't give a
let's-
shit, and that's fine too.
No, let's do it
Okay.
in that's
All right, as you lightning cracks down, 2 deck saves, 2 fails. Wow, that's 4 and an 8 on the dice. Those fail.
Okay, so
Yep.
at 4th level, they take 4d10. 26?
26 lightning damage?
26 lightning damage, yes.
Not too shabby. All right, as both of them, you see their what they constitute as muscles seize and shake, and they flop on the ground and fall and right themselves by contorting and lifting themselves up. And you could hear the pops of cartilage and bone dislocating and relocating, and their tentacles dragging on the ground. These covered in a thin mucus. It's awful. Did you want to move?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to
I think you have control over your thing.
yeah, move to here.
Okay. As you move to there. After that, it is Thea's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna lean sort of around the matriarch and hit the one opposite me
Okay.
with bow and arrow with a sneak attack.
Okay.
That's a 26.
That'll hit.
Okay.
You take a shot.
Ooh, 3 1s on the damage though. 22 piercing.
22 piercing on number 5. As this one is shot straight through. It seems to go in, and as you can see, these tentacles start to move. They falls dead.
Okay. And then since I successfully did a sneak attack, are these posts right here big enough that they'd be half cover? Or are they relatively small, the ones at the either side of the bridge to the south?
Well, yeah, just it half cover right here would be obviously more half cover than the other one.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah, that's what
That
I'm
makes sense?
thinking.
Like if you stand here, it would, but it wouldn't, right? That makes sense. Okay.
Yes, I was. So
Yep.
yeah,
Yep, you're
that
good.
one right there, and use the bow to teleport there, and then take the hide action.
All right. Oops, I don't know what that was. Okay, so you are hiding. Roll a stealth check.
Okay. 23.
You land the killing blow and disappear from sight behind this column as you press yourself up against it. And I don't think anyone has a passive perception of over 23, so I don't think anyone is able to see you.
Nope, just 17.
Yeah, just 17.
The Matrix is 19, so yeah, so no one sees you, and you are hidden. After that is the Matriarch's turn. And I was going to say, "Well done, my Golgari! Do not stop!" And she is going to cast Oh, I don't know if she's going to cast that just yet. That's a lot. Let's do this one. I think probably this one. Yeah. She is going to run down to here. And catch 1, 3, and 4 in a line. And from her palm, one of her rings lights up. And she twists it. And a beam of light shoots out. And they need to make Constitution saving throws. So 1 fail, 3 fails, and 4 fails. So they take 6d8 radiant each. And let's see how much damage that was. 27 plus 8 is 35 damage each.
Oof.
So 1 is dead. 3 is dead. And 4 is still alive, barely. As they are disintegrated by hot, radiant sunlight. Just a beam of pure sunlight, as if you were in the actual space just outside the surface of the sun. Heat. And that is it for her turn. The kobolds all go towards one of these creatures at a time. Oops. Get down here. And they're all going to make attacks. Oh my god. Hey, 1 hit. The one at 8 hit. He gets to roll a d6 with his short sword. And he does 4 damage.
Go get him, Kobold.
He almost did it,
You're
you know?
doing a good job.
He's doing such a good job.
He's doing his best.
He really is. You probably won't get to learn his name. So,
No.
the wyvern comes over here and curls around Saldrew. And is going to hold its action for anything that comes near. It's going to make a biting attack. At this point, it is the baddies. 6, 7, 8 is 9. Okay. I believe 9 is still alive. Did you kill 9? Nope. 9 is still alive. So, Well, hold on. We're going to go in order anyway. So, 1 is dead. 2 is alive. It's going to rush over.
Alright, it's gonna trigger an attack of opportunity from me.
From your polearm mastery.
Yee.
As it comes right here. Okay.
That is gonna be a 21 to hit.
A 21 to hit.
Yee.
Will hit. Numero dos.
That is... Fuck! I rolled the lowest possible damage. 6 damage.
6 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you take an opportunity attack, it functions
uses
as
your
an
reaction.
attack action, right?
Functions as your
Or-
reaction.
Okay.
You don't get to
I didn't
take-
know if
you don't get to
get
take 3 attacks, no.
No.
Okay.
You said 6 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. And it is going to make its attack on you. It is going to toss its tentacles out in your direction. I'm assuming a 10 misses. Yes. Cool. Alright, this one's going to make a call. Evens is you, odds is the matriarch. Is a 14, it's going towards you as well. Slaps its gross tentacles at you. And it also misses. So that's 2 and 4. And now the one's down here. 6 is going to make an attack on the kobold. Of course, when it's not you guys, natural 20. So it's going to hit the kobold. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! And he's going to... and he's going to take 18 damage as he is crushed and like a tube of toothpaste, his little kobold guts out the top of his body. He is dead kobold. It's going to use the rest of its movement. 5, 10, 15. And it's going to make a call. Egnir's evens. Saldru's odds. And it's going to get to right here where the wyvern makes a bite attack. And it misses. Can't believe it. It's going to go up to Saldru and make an attack. And I cannot believe that it hit because she still has her dragon AC. But it did hit.
Hilarious.
Your natural 18 will do it. 12 bludgeoning damage. Jesus Christ. And she is grappled in the tentacles of this strange creature.
Holy shit.
Number 7 is making an attack on the kobold, and it hits. Uh-oh. 6. 11, that kills him. I don't have a lot of health. As just another one squooshed. 8 is going to make an attack at the kobold. Misses. As the kobold goes, ah! And lifts his shield up, and the shield gets tangled up for a second in those, and it just sort of wrestles with it. 10 is going to run over to you as well. So 9 and 10. Well, 9's going first. As 10
I'm going
runs over.
to use Halo of Spores at the start of 9's turn.
Okay. And what'd it do?
So it makes a con save, and if it fails, it takes 1d10 necrotic.
Con 18?
That's the save.
Okay. So it's going to make an attack at you. Oof. And it misses. And the other one is going to run up and make another attack at you. 15?
Miss.
Misses. And at the end of 10's turn, it's going to... Yeah, it's gonna burrow under the ground and go out of sight as it burrows just out of your space. I guess I'm gonna go snail. Snails don't even burrow, but that's what's gonna happen. At which point, at the beginning of this round, you hear as 3 more forms fall out of the sky. This time here,
Ah!
here,
No, not this again.
and the biggest one
No.
here.
Holy fuck!
No!
Did you see these?
This is my nightmare.
long...
We didn't even fight that last time.
Why's it got vagina eyes?
We talked about this last time, Randy.
Did we?
Mm-hmm.
No. I probably ignored you.
Oh boy! Oh boy! And it's their turn. That's its name. Okay. So these two right here. This first one. Yeah. This one's gonna move into your space. And yeah, make an attack at Ison. But both of them are going to be with the fists. Its large, hulking fists, as opposed to its semi-bony tentacles at this point. It's gonna make 2 fist attacks. The first one is a 22 to hit, and the second one's a natural 20.
Bye, Alex.
Oof.
I'm gonna parry the nat 20.
Okay, well, the first one's coming in, and it does... Well... Sure, fuck it. So it's gonna do 3d10. Woo! So you take 27 bludgeoning damage with the first attack. Hoo boy.
It's a good thing that's the 1-session character, right?
And
Yep.
parry does what?
I roll a superiority die and add my dex spot and take that away from the damage.
Alright, so go ahead and roll that. As you take 37 bludgeoning damage from the second attack.
Reduce that by 13. Woo.
Okay, so was it 25? 24.
Yeah, 24. 25?
4.
Yeah.
24. So take 24 more damage. As it
Rough.
As it beats the shit out of you. And you can see on its back these little egg sacs quivering.
I don't want anything to quiver.
These
near me.
black basketball-sized caviar-like eggs quivering on its back. The other one is going to Egnir's even, she's odds, gonna go over to her and make 2 fist attacks. Fails. And the other one is a 21, which misses her dragon AC. And as she gets attacked, she goes, Egnir, if I am harmed, the deals are off. Protect me. As her voice, as her voice begins
Story of my
to,
life.
as her voice begins to slip into a more draconic, deep tone.
Yeah, bro, we summoned these here. Don't worry.
And this large one.
Miss, we can live through everything in the end of the world. It doesn't even matter. We're dragons. We're better than you.
And,
Cries
and-
'cause some
and this
chick gets
one,
attacked.
and this one right
Seriously.
here. This one right here looks at the wyvern and extends its long fingernailed hand. And then you see a small gray mote of energy in its palm flick out towards it as its maw opens up on its face. And it goes...
Stop.
And it needs to make a Constitution saving throw, and it nat ones it.
Oh no.
And it takes low roll. And it takes 23 necrotic damage. Let me look up the noble wyvern real quick, because for some reason I didn't pop that up. Oh, fuck you. Come on. Give my pudoof. Wyvern.
Pudoof.
Mm-hmm. Alright. This one's a baby. So he has some more hit points. He's not a fully grown boy. Okay. So that is still standing. And that is its turn. And Sarah, it's your turn. Eldarian? Eldarian?
All right, I got
What'd
I got my strat. So what I'm gonna do is,
Okay.
first for my bonus action, I'm gonna spend 3 key points to sharpen the blade,
Ooh.
where I'm gonna add +3 to attack and damage to my glaive.
Okay, so
You're
it's a
Tensei, right?
It's a plus
I
5.
played that too.
Wait,
a
it's
plus-
+5?
It's a plus 5 weapon now.
Yeah, it adds to the +2.
Oh,
I almost
yeah,
played a
no.
Kensei too.
So, yeah. So, for a minute, I have +5. Okay. Then, I'm gonna spend another key point. And I am going to twirl the glaive.
As you spin the glaive up and start flourishing and strike out to all 3 adjacent to you, but you
Yes.
have reach, so it hits all of
And
them.
I need all of them to make a dex save.
Okay, 2 actually succeeds. 4 fails, and big guy succeeds.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Alright, well, they're gonna
but
take
2
half
is
damage.
2 is very hurt.
Okay, so
We'll see.
they're going to take...
Remember to add plus 5.
Yeah.
Well, 3 more than usual.
16 damage or half on a success.
Okay, so 4 failed, and you slice through it 3/4 of the way, and it tips over and pulls apart like a fresh piece of mozzarella and falls over dead. Number 4 is deceased. Number 2 takes half damage, which is 8 damage. So it lives barely as you slice deeply in between its tentacled head, splitting it in half, revealing just bone and cartilage there, no organs to speak of. And the large one succeeds and takes 8 damage. as you just slash into its torso a little bit.
Alright, then I'm going to... You know what? Fuck it.
You'll stay right there?
No, I'm gonna move just down 1 to the side of 4.
The side of it?
No, other way.
Okay. To be
There you
engaged
go.
with this one?
Yes.
Okay. You're still
Put
technically
myself-
engaged when you're 10... Oh, put yourself between yourself and the matriarch?
Yeah.
Or it and the matriarch. Okay. All right. Next up is Saldrew, who at this point says, "Enough of this!" And I gotta go get her. Because she's bringing out the big
Grab a
guns.
dragon.
Uh-oh.
I gotta
Uh-oh.
go get her.
The girl's coming.
You say you're grabbing a drink?
Grabbing a
You
dragon.
gotta grab a dragon.
Gotta grab a dargan! As she explodes into her blue form, claws out,
I'm
and
so
mad.
The first time we see her in action, we can't use the model I painted.
You both have models, right? Didn't you also do a soldier, or did we not?
I painted a soldier
no.
forever
Oh,
ago.
okay, yeah.
I have a young blue, but I didn't do an ancient since you had that one.
Right. And her breath weapon, easy. She can also position to get that one. It'll sacrifice her kobold, but she doesn't care. She's gonna breath weapon all of these. All of them. Yep. So, her breath weapon is lightning breath. And it's a 10-foot wide line. I can get that, right? Actually, I don't think I can get 8 if I want 6. Nope, she can't quite get 8. She can get 6, 7 in the big guy. All of which need to make a dexterity saving throw. I know 7 and 6 have no capability of doing so. So... And the big guy fails as well. So they all take 16 D10. 2,
Rough.
3, 4. I believe 16 D10.
73? No,
Is that 73
74.
right there?
74.
74 they just took from this roll?
Yeah.
Okay, so they all take 74. So this one's dead. This one's dead. This one's dead. And this one right here is still up as it's hit by this lightning. This beam of lightning breath. So she's kind of a badass. So that's the end of her turn. Ison, it's your turn.
Alright, we're gonna use one of my superiority dice.
Okay.
Need to find it real quick. Distracting strike?
Okay.
Once I gotta hit first before I use it, but
Okay, go ahead.
not 20, so yeah, that hits on the big one.
Okay. And what's the save?
It's no save.
Okay.
So what it does is when I hit with a weapon attack, I can spend 1 spirited die to distract the creature. The next attack roll against the target by an attacker that's not me has advantage.
Okay, so I will say that we will just put a little blue dot on it to say that it is distracted by you. Because you're just so goddamn good looking. So how much damage?
I'm doing the math.
Okay.
It is add the superiority die damage to that, so I double that to 10 plus 14 is 24 plus 7 is 31 damage.
31 big ones.
And technically that's higher than an 18, so I can do the thing. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move over 2 squares to the right.
Okay.
That should give me flanking, right?
Okay, you have to make an attack at a different thing. When you use your...
Do I?
Yep. When you use your... You have to dash to a different space. To make an attack at a different target, yeah.
Oh, it doesn't say that. That's why I was confused. Because it just says you can instantly dash up to 30 feet as long as you end within 5 feet of a hostile creature.
Yeah.
And immediately make another attack as a free action.
Yeah, it's a different one, but yeah.
Okay. Well, do I have to use the attack or can I just use the dash?
Well, I mean...
Like, if I don't want to do it and just walk
The attack is a
over
free
it.
action.
Okay, so I can just skip the attack then.
I mean, I guess. I don't know why you would skip the attack for any reason whatsoever.
Well, I guess I could go to the other one, attack that small one, and then walk back to that corner.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll do that then.
Okay, so you dash... You dash with the rapier out and stab at number 2.
Natural 19.
Okay. You don't get to do it twice because it uses your
Yeah,
reaction.
okay.
Yeah.
So that's just 9 points of damage.
It's dead.
We'll walk back to that corner.
Okay.
And then technically that'll give flanking,
You
I
walk
think?
back to that corner and you are trying to flank it. Okay.
Yeah. Does a 18 hit?
Yeah.
Uh, 10 damage with that one.
Okay.
And the next attack, Nat 20, I guess. Fuck me. What is happening?
Bro, why can't you roll like this in any other game?
I don't know.
Okay.
17.
17 more damage. Okay. All right. Easy enough as you, in a flourish of your blade, stab several times, dispatching one of the smaller ones. Well done. And then the next person has advantage on this as it is distracted. Egnir, you're up. After that's Thea.
All right. I'm going to cast Firestorm.
Okay. And where do you want those to end up? How many do you get?
I get up to 10 10-foot cubes.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm going to start in this cube.
Okay. And do those last?
No, it's instantaneous.
Okay, so I don't have to mark them down. Okay, so this one first.
So, yep, that cube.
Okay, so just deck save or con or?
It's a deck save.
Okay. Succeeds. Natural 17.
I'm just going to do it in roll 20.
Your DC is 18, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or half on a success. So
Okay, how much?
42 on a fail, 21 on a success.
21 damage fire. Okay.
And then that empty cube. And then this cube with that one underground.
It has to be connected, right?
They have to be connected, yeah.
Okay, so underground, can you hit a thing that you can't? That's not on the surface where it's cast? I don't think so, right?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Okay. So
And then-
I assume this cube right here,
That cube
and
and
then
then,
this one.
that one.
Okay, so he in a line of fire. This one has to make a. This is number 9. He has to make a deck save, and he fails. Oh boy,
Okay.
I don't know about number 9, guys. I don't know about the. His prospects don't seem great.
Okay. So that's 42
Big
fire.
F for number 9.
42, you say?
Yeah. I assume it's just one roll because it
He
spontaneously makes this whole fire roll.
gets exploded by fire and disintegrated inside of it, and I assume 8 is dead too.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I don't know.
5.
Can he survive?
Yeah. So 8.
Nah, he dies. And then another one as a storm of fire.
9,
You could do 10.
and then 10 will just reach the big boy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And big boy nat 1's his save.
Okay. So 42 fire.
42 fire on the big boy. Oop, no. Oop, not that one. Not that one. 42. Okay. All right, taking 42 more damage. Very burnt. Not looking very happy about that. Did you want to move?
Yeah. I'm gonna move back to here,
Okay.
and then just for the sake of it, I'm gonna Boniac up a Shillelagh.
Alrighty. Bony act to the gills. Thea, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna take a shot with my bow at the distracted one.
Mm-hmm. You have advantage.
Yep. Let's see, 26.
Yeah, that hits.
God, I am rolling fucking shit. 15 piercing damage.
Oh,
Oof.
damn. That's not great.
I know. Let's see. They're all ones, 2s, and 3s. I'm not even kidding. It's nuts.
That's depressing.
Yeah, and then I finally get a chance to do like damage, and I can't fucking do it.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna teleport over to the
The other side?
other side. Yeah, just so I'm
Welcome
further
to
away.
being a
Alright,
rogue.
and go ahead and make a
Stealth. Yeah.
stealth.
7 plus 20.
20. Okay. Alright. Next up is the matriarch. She's going to take a step forward and say, "Well done, my children!" And she's going to extend out and she is going to cast heal on Alex's character on Ice. So you
how
get
much do I get?
70, right?
Oh,
70
that's good.
flat, yeah.
I'm
That would be
very
70,
full.
yeah.
She
I'm very full now.
stay alive, and that's her turn. Are all the kobolds dead, or we got one brave boy? We got one brave boy.
One brave boy!
Not for long.
One brave boy who looks, turns, and goes, "Yeah!" and runs at this guy. And
Oh,
he's gonna make an
he's
attack.
So brave!
And
Is he like a blue brav pot?
Brav pot?
Yeah.
No, no,
Oh.
he's not.
Well then, fuck him.
And your
I'm going
boy
to adopt every kobold.
hits.
Yes!
And he does max damage. 8
What a
big
legend.
ones. What a guy.
I'm so proud of him.
My queen! And then he just stabs just a little bit. What a Chad. I love it. Okay. So, that's his turn. The young wyvern is going to turn and take a bite at this one. Actually, it's going to try to use its stinger. It has a little baby stinger. Let's see. Yeah, and it hits! With a 23, damn! Okay. And it does 6 piercing damage to this one. And that one needs to make a con save of 12. It's just fine. Yeah. Okay. That's it for that. These are up. So, this... see, do we have any little boys left? We do have one. Egnir, at your feet, you hear a rumble as it makes a new hole next to you and it makes an attack with its
I'm gonna-
tentacles.
Halo of Spores it first.
Okay. And it's a what save again?
Con.
Fails.
3 necrotic.
3 necrotic. This one has not taken any damage yet. So he's doing okay. He's going to make an attack. Natural 18. My man. Alright. He definitely hits. You take 11 bludgeoning damage. And you are grappled in these tentacles.
Okay.
That's it for those little guys. As the one here, you see it's roiling egg sacs on its back.
No.
A small egg sac rolls out in front of Ison, and it crawls out of this black ichor. Number 5 is not alive. It is a new one. With new hit points.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it's not disgusting. This one is going to make 2 fist attacks at Saldrew.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, it's gonna make it at the wyvern. It's right in front of it, and it just bit at it, stung it. 1 miss and 1 hit, and they do 3d10. Damn! I'm rolling really well with these guys. Takes 30 damage and dies as its rib cage is cracked in and it goes and dies. And Saldrew just bears down and looks forward angrily.
Do you think she'll take
scene.
us seriously about the whole invasion thing if after this?
We'll
No.
see.
No.
She's gonna be like, see, we took care of that. She's awful.
This one right here is going to walk by and grab this body off of the ground, lift it up, and drop it into its maw. And swallow it whole. To which it will then make another attack at Saldrew. And she has to make a Constitution saving throw. She gets advantage on this, and she just barely makes it. So she'll take half damage from this. What is that? 26. She'll take 13 damage from that. Not a big deal for her. Okay. And then, as that happens, above you, yet again,
No.
not bodies, but this time a roiling ball of arcane energy. And inside of it, within the radius, a slender humanoid figure in black leather robes
No.
I knew it.
and a
No.
and a bronze face mask
I
Fuck
knew it.
you! Fuck you!
descends down. Please do not continue this fracas, for you have been chosen to take your true forms. And
That's what happened.
and now the real shit begins.
Oh my fucking god, that's what happened.
So, here, this unnamed figure
Why?
looks forward, looks down, hovering 20 feet in the air over this water, is going to move forward a bit. Yep. I need all three of you and the matriarch to make me intelligence saving throws.
$16?
13.
13 also.
Oof. Oh, and she fell with a fucking wow.
No! Oh
Every
god.
single one of you feels a searing psychic pain rack behind your eyes and seize your brain. You're all stunned, and you all take 25 psychic damage,
Holy shit.
and each of you are stunned.
And the keepers come out of nowhere.
Please.
And the keepers come out of nowhere. Okay. That's the end of it. Aldarian? You may make a save against the stunned condition? No? Sarah?
Oh shit, wait.
Yep.
Okay.
I can just use your names if you want.
That would probably be better
It could
because
be
I'm
hard.
not used to it.
Yep.
So just an intelligence save again?
Yep.
These are so hard to read. Nope, 13 again.
Stunned. You remain stunned. It is Saldrew's
I
turn.
waited all that time for my
Oh no! It is Saldrew's turn.
Aww.
And let's see. Nope. She is going to make an attack at the large one with bite and claw. Yeah, she's not going to use that. right now. I don't think she doesn't want them to run. Yeah, bite and 2 claws. So she's gonna bite at this. Fails, natural 3, and 2 claw attacks. 1 fails and 1 hits. 2d6. She doesn't do a lot of damage with that. God damn. 13 damage with the claw. I rolled so terrible. Just awful. Okay. Next up is Ison. You can make an attack against, or a save against the stunned. You are also grappled.
That's gonna be a no.
It's gonna be a no. Okay.
Flashbacks.
Uh-oh.
PTSD setting in.
Grappled. Okay, Egnir, you are up. You are grappled, which means your speed is 0.
The sphere around this guy,
Mm-hmm.
does that look like the anti-magic field that Caius had?
No.
Okay.
Do you want to spend a bonus action, like, trying to figure out anything about it?
Sure.
Okay, roll a... You can roll an Arcana, you can roll a Perception, you can roll... Those are probably the 2 that would help. You get different answers for each. Just depends on what you want to do.
I'll roll perception.
Okay.
29.
29. Okay. This seems to have some sort of distorting property to it. Looking at it, it looks like looking through a combination of like a ball of water where it refracts the light and also like the heat off of something, like the mirage effect. It doesn't seem it doesn't seem like it would obscure your ability to hit. It's just there's something odd about it. It's off-putting. So, anything else you want to do?
I'm going to need an intelligence save from him. I cast Feeble Mind.
Yeah, sure. 55 feet. I'm sure that's well within range, right?
150.
Yeah. So you try to cast Feeble Mind at him. It's an intelligence save, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And what? 22?
Yeah.
So
That succeeds.
So you send Feeble Mind his way. Turns. Goes. Ah, yes, the Akron. That is your turn. Do you want to do anything? You're still
no,
grappled,
that's-
yeah. Okay. Thea, make an intelligence save. Nope.
Oh boy.
Nope.
We're all
Nope.
fucked.
Fuckered.
Yikers.
The matriarch. Yeah. Well, what? Let me cut you
I
off.
was just gonna say, I'm glad this is a character that I made literally today.
Yep.
Oh shit!
Made this 3 hours before.
She saved.
Thank God.
The matriarch saved. And let's see. What's that do? She has a very serious look on her face as she looks over all of you being stunned, hearing the entity inside this ball of magical, arcane, swirling energy say the Akron. Okay. All right. She is going to... She's going to cast Dimension Door and end up next to you, Egnir. My Akron, protect us. And you can see her preparing to cast another spell, but she doesn't have the actions for it. So that's her turn. This kobold is still alive.
He's holding on there, doing his
Ah! He's gonna run over here. He's gonna make an attack. Uh-oh. I think his luck has run out. That's a natural 1. Let's confirm it.
And he killed the Okran.
And the one next to it is going to get a free opportunity attack at him. It's going to hit. Oop. 4. Uh-oh. Stop fucking... Oop, he might live. And he has 1 hit point at the end of that as some tentacles slap and grab at it, but he can't grapple 2 people. So the kobold is alive with 1 hit point.
He's the hero we deserve.
Wow. Just fucking wow. I like D&D. Okay. It is the wyvern's turn, who is dead. The scion is going to continue to squeeze Egnir. It's going to make another attack. It fails. It is unable to squash. This one is going to make an attack at you. You are stunned. It has advantage, correct? Is paralyzed the one where it has auto crit?
Yeah.
Okay. It is able to do more damage. You take 10 more bludgeoning damage as it continues to squeeze. And it begins to drag you towards the mouth
Oh god.
of this big one.
You're about to become one of them.
So, after that, it is the big one. Right here. And it is going to make an attack to try to grapple you instead. A 24 hits. Right? Yeah, it definitely hits. I don't know why I'm... Anyway. 7... 12... 14... Take 19 bludgeoning damage, Al. And you are now grappled by this large one.
Nice.
As it uses its movement to walk you into this space.
Ugh, I'm so confused right now.
I don't know. So that's its turn. This one right here is going to attack Saldrew. Fails. This one right here is going to make 2 claw attacks, I believe. No, it's gonna try to restrain. It's gonna try to constrict with its large tentacles. Hey, fuck, and it fails. And next up is this entity. Moves over and hovers above you. And then out of a small satchel next to it You hear a bloop as its hand dips into some sort of liquid. And he hovers down near you. And while you're stunned, unable to even blink, your eyes beginning to cloud up because they're so dry,
Oh, God.
you feel a small, sticky,
No.
slug-like feeling on the top of your cheekbone, and something pull at your eyes and enter the same cavity that your left eye has. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw.
Well, you're
Been there.
brainworm now.
That's me, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot. 25.
Okay. It tries burrowing at the back of your skull, or at the front of the behind your eye. It tries to burrow into your skull from there, and through sheer force of will, struggling while still paralyzed, you are keeping it at bay for now, as you can feel it almost whisper to you, "Let me in." It's going to back up now. Back over top of this. And turn its head, bronze mask, toward the Ocran, preparing for its next turn. Sarah, it's your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna make a save.
Make a shave.
Nope.
Nope, Jesus. It is Saldrew's turn. After that is Ison. Saldrew is going to not recharge her breath weapon and strike out towards this one with a bite and 2 claw attacks. So a bite absolutely hits. And the 2 claws, one of which is a natural 20. Oh boy. Her lowest roll was a 26 on this turn. Not too shabby. Let's see. 5, 2. She bites down for 21 piercing. And the claws do 13 and then 19 damage. She shreds the fuck out of this one, leaving it ribbons of this awful sort of goop. She stands over them and puts herself in between you and it, Egnir. Next up is Ison.
Nope.
Fuck! I need you to make another Constitution saving throw as...
27.
So the Constitution saving throw is good. As, again, it is asking permission in not words. You just feel its intent is to be let inside. Like a pushy prom date. So, after that, Egnir, you are up.
Okay.
Egnir, Dragon Wife 2.
Okay. Fuck it. I'm going to cast a 6th level Conjure Woodland Being.
Okay, what am I digging for here?
I'm going
Sick
to
heads
make...
up, bro.
16 CR 1/4 or lower
16?
fey creatures.
Well, what the fuck do you want?
I want pixies.
You want pixies. What
Yeah.
can
16 pixies. Let's go.
Can I do that? I don't know.
Are you doing what I think you're about to do?
I think he's
Fuck around.
about...
I think he also has seen that YouTube video.
Not just the YouTube video. I have done this in a campaign before. Like someone has done this to
all
me.
right. For two reasons, he's gonna try to counterspell that. What level is it? 6th level? He's gonna roll
6.
for it. Ha!
He doesn't want this gorilla.
He doesn't
madness.
want it. It is basically just a spell. Is it a spell attack? Like when you do that, when you counterspell?
It's you
You
roll and you add
spellcasting
your
ability check.
spellcasting
So
mod.
just
Yeah.
what you cast with, not your.
Correct.
Okay. A 17, which is higher than 16. Ha! I didn't want to go looking for your fucking pixies.
Fuck you.
Jesus
I quit.
Christ.
I can't play the game and the fun's ruined.
Jesus Christ. But he is looking at you, so. Fuck it.
Okay.
16 fucking pixies, guy. Jesus.
Can I still cast a spell with my Boniac?
It depends on what
If
the
that
spell
one got
is.
countered? It would be a
No, you
high-
still
high-
you still use the spell.
Okay. Then
Cocks his head to the side and sees you trying, seemingly confused.
We should have just all played druids with that spell. Counterspell 4 of them.
Bitch, you can't fight all the polymorphs.
We just polymorph 48 pixies.
I'm pretty sure when you do that, don't I roll for that?
You're supposed to, yeah.
You're supposed to do, but you said I could choose.
I don't think I did. I think you just said,
Well, you said, what do you want?
okay.
Yeah, you said what
You said, what do you want?
But anyway, I don't have anything to do with the Boniac, so.
All right. Okay. No Boniacs. All right. So, after that, it is Thea's turn.
Okay, I gotta make a save again.
Yeah.
God damn it.
What'd you get?
Nope. That's
A
a
2.
10. I rolled a 2 plus 8. 10.
Yeah, plus 8 to your intelligence save?
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. She's smart as fuck.
There we go, but it didn't work out. That's sad.
Yeah.
The matriarch is going to lift a hand out towards Egnir. Place a hand as you're struggling with this beast, just very calmly, on the side of your cheek. And you feel a small pulse. And she's going to cast the 9th level spell Foresight on you. So,
Excuse me?
yep.
What?
So what that does is you can see, you have the limited ability to see into the immediate future, like Spider-Man. For the duration, you cannot be surprised. You have advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls against you for the duration.
Well, shit.
And it lasts for 8 hours. And it's not concentration.
That spell is nuts.
And she backs up to here and turns towards the bronze faced man. Okay. So, we have one kobold with 1 hit point, and he's going to do his damnedest, okay? Natural 20! Let's fucking go! How many points does number 10 have?
Dude, this kobold deserves honors.
Too bad it's a slave.
Oh, number 10 has a lot of hit points. But he did max damage, which is 14. So he stabs it for 14 damage.
what a boss.
Jesus fucking Christ. This is so dumb.
We should all be inspired by this kobold. If he can do it, anyone can.
Alright, y'all get 1d4 inspiration. Fuck it. All of you.
Hey, we can add that to our saving throws.
Yes,
Maybe
you
I can play the
can.
game.
Yes, you can. So, after that, it's going to make another attempt to squeeze Egnir. And it succeeds. Actually, it has disadvantage now. I did 2 18s. So, you take 12 bludgeoning damage, Egnir. This one right here is going to let you go as you fall into the waist-high water and sort of are semi-prone on the steps, and it's gonna, you are no longer hidden, and it's gonna walk over to you and make an attack with its tentacles with advantage, and it might still miss. 18? Do you have 18 AC, Sarah?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, so it succeeds. And it does 10 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
And you are grappled. Okay. How much gold to
boy.
buy this kobold out of slavery? Okay, so after that, this big one over here is going to amble over and reposition itself in between the bronze masked individual and Saldrew, and is going to swipe at it a couple times. One misses, but one's a natural 20. Not too bad. And it does a 32. 38 slashing damage at Saldrew. Okay. All right. Slashes at her blue scales, but doesn't seem to do much. She seems fine. She is pretty formidable. After that, the individual looks out.
Someone say the K-slur to her. Maybe she'll get angry and...
Karen! Okay. Is going to position himself here so that Egnir is in the line, and reach out softly as if gesturing to come here, and releasing from the palm black lightning that cracks out. I need both of you to make dexterity saves. She fails.
23.
You succeed. So she takes 36 lightning damage. You take half as much, which is what, 18?
Yeah.
And she sort of goes and gasps a little bit and looks down at her hand and doesn't really understand what just occurred, but seems to be a secondary effect that you did not experience. Okay. That's his turn. Sarah, you're up. One intelligence,
Hey.
please. You also have 1d4.
I did it!
You did it!
I didn't even have to use my inspiration.
You're
It's
no
gonna be
you're no longer stunned.
18, so...
Okay, but you are grappled. But
Yep.
that's just movement.
So I want to do that. I want to get out of that.
You want to spend your action to get out of that? Or do you have
I
some
mean-
other way to get out of it?
Didn't I spend my action saving from the thing?
Intelligence, right?
Yeah.
Not the grapple.
No, it's not an action to save from that. From an end save.
Oh, I mean, most things that are a save are your whole fucking...
Oh,
turn,
I see what
but-
you're asking. No, that's not an action. The grapple would be.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my, I'm gonna use, fucking... an action to get out of the grapple.
Okay, roll a strength save.
Oh, this isn't gonna go well. Not actually, that's not that bad. 21.
Yeah, you're no longer grappled.
Alright.
You do have a boniac.
So I'm gonna... How far away is big guy, not big guy, but the guy, in, like, how high up is he?
He's 20 feet up. And he is 50 feet away from you, plus 20 more feet.
Alright, so I'm gonna use my bonus action, spend a key point, and, use, Step of the Wind.
Okay, and where do you
So
want
I'm
to
gonna
go?
disengage, and I'm gonna run to the walkway, right underneath him.
Right underneath him?
I mean, I have 55 feet, so I can,
Oh, yeah, you
as
could get-
close
you-
as I can get.
I'll put you right there. And you are inside this... It'll put you inside this stuff. This arcane sort of bubble.
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, as you go through it, sounds become a little bit duller. And... like, looking out of it, things look a little bit more distorted. And it's just a strange feeling. You almost get the tinglies. You can feel it in your jellies.
Alright. That's it? Just feel it in my
You're
jellies?
feeling it in your jellies. Nothing bad happens.
Alright.
Okay. That's your turn? Okay. It is now Saldrew's turn, who is still getting after this one. She's gonna make a bite into... because her fucking breath weapon won't recharge. She misses the bite. Oh, she nat 20'd the claw and hit on the other claw. Oh boy. Oh boy. Let's see. Oh, Ripperino. She did 13 damage or 16 damage the first time, and 15 damage on the crit. A yikers. Which is not enough to kill it. Okay. That's her turn. After that is Ison and Egnir. So you are stunned.
Yep.
Make your int save.
We might be okay. 19 with my inspiration.
19? Stun
Yep.
ended.
Oh, thank fucking
What do you
God.
wanna
I can play
do?
the game.
I know, right?
This is like water that is like deep, right?
Yeah, it's water. It's about 15 feet deep. At its deepest.
Well, I can't really help over there, so I'm gonna run at the big one. That's right
This
next
one right
to me.
here? Okay.
Yeah,
Easy enough.
and just swing at it.
Give it a stab.
Stab it.
Alright. Give it some stab.
First one is a 16.
16 will hit.
That is gonna be 13 piercing damage.
Okay.
Next is
Alright.
gonna be 16 again.
Hits.
That is 10 piercing damage.
Okay.
And then this one does 26, so that hits too.
Okay.
That's gonna be 14 piercing damage.
14 more piercing damage. Okay. As you make several puncture wounds in it, and you can see at some point it seems that you poked through the front all the way to the back and hit one of the egg sac things, and the black liquid inside of it is oozing out this front as one of the egg sacs leaks into his torso and out through the hole you poked.
That was what, 10 feet of movement, right?
5, yeah.
Can I move around it to the other side? I think I take an OA from the little one, but
20, 25, is it 30?
yeah.
Yeah, you can get to right there. And you
Awesome.
will take an attack of opportunity.
No, it's 35, sorry.
35?
What else are 35?
There you go. Is that where you want to be? Right there?
Yeah.
Okay. And it misses you.
Perfect.
Okay. So Egnir's up, then Thea. Wait. I need you to make Constitution saving throw.
Uh, 23.
All right. It remains at bay for now.
Keep making the fighter make con saves, come on.
Yep. Well, that's what it takes.
Can you use dexterity for natural weapons? Or is it only strength?
What do you mean natural weapons?
I think it's... Is it finesse?
What do you mean natural weapon? I don't know what you're talking about.
Like minor dragon form. Counts as a natural weapon that I am proficient with.
Yeah, it'd be like a punch, I think. Yeah, sure.
So I could use dex?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know what the rule is. Fuck it.
Alright. I am going to cast that then.
Okay, so minor dragon form. Does that give you a dragon claw?
It does.
So you have a dragon claw arm, a green one, sprouting from your right side or your left side?
Left side.
All right.
With scales all along the arm. And I'm going to just start smashing this fucker who's grappling me.
Smash him, Dad.
Okay.
23 to hit.
That'll hit.
Don't forget, dog, you got advantage on all your attacks.
Yep.
For 13 whatever damage it does. Slashing damage.
Okay. 13 damage. All right. It's not looking great, but it is not dead. As it is cut deeply on multiple sides, but kind of like octopus sushi. It doesn't bleed.
Okay.
It just cuts into this white gray meat. Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. All right. That's it for Egnir. Thea?
Okay. Let's see if I can unstun.
I believe in you. Hey!
What?
Oh,
I clicked
shit.
on two.
No,
I
you
clicked
had
on
16
two
and a 13,
accidentally.
plus 8 is definitely more.
Yeah, 24.
Yeah.
Fine.
All right,
and
you
then
are no longer stunned.
Okay, good. I'm going to take a shot at the one that's engaged with
Yep.
Alex.
Go for it.
That's a hit.
14, yeah, that hits.
And then that does
Wolf.
25 damage. Why do I keep getting so many ones? Damn. 25 piercing.
20.
And then-
Are you adding your bow damage too?
Yeah. It's 23 on the dice plus 2.
Nope. What's your dex modifier?
Yeah.
My dex is plus 5.
Okay, so plus 7.
Yeah, you add that to your modifier for
That's
damage.
how it's always worked.
All
There you
right.
go. So,
Wizard, by the way.
So 30. 30 damage.
Okay.
Okay. And as your arrow sinks in, it expires and dies,
Nice.
Okay.
slumping over.
And then I'm going to use my bow to get over to this pole on this island over here
Okay.
A fucking grappling bow?
Nope.
and take the hide action.
All right. Any sneak attack allows for a 30-foot Misty Step.
That's so fucking sick.
That's dope.
And my stealth is 18 plus 13, whatever the fuck that is.
31.
31.
31 big ones. All right. All right. The matriarch is up next. Standing at the edge of this bubble of arcane energy. And is going to look out. How do you look, Sarah? Like, what's your damage sitch?
Pretty beat up.
Pretty beat up. Okay.
One might say above the threshold of bloodied.
Okay. Let's see.
But for how long?
But for how long?
Oh yeah, might just get fucking wrecked.
Oh no, that's not the same thing. Totally different. Okay. She can only get Egnir and you, but she is going to, and herself, she is going to mass healing word.
Hey.
So you take 18 healing.
Yeah.
Both of you. So Egnir, you get that as well. And she gets it for herself. Okay.
Feeling better.
As she is trying to keep her people alive. And she looks out at this being and goes, "What do you want?" At which point, the two little guys that are still alive, one's gonna shamble over toward you, Al, and make an attack, and it misses. And this one is going to make an attack on the kobold.
Oh no!
I'm going to Halo of Spores at the start of its turn.
I'm gonna use reaction to use riposte on that little one.
Okay. What's that do?
I just get an attack against it.
Okay, go for it.
20.
20 will hit.
That is 19 damage.
19 damage as you render it useless. And it dies. And Halo of Spores is what?
Con save.
Con save. Number 10. Is in single digits.
Okay. So he takes 10 necrotic.
10 necrotic?
Yeah.
And the save is 18?
The DC, yeah.
15. Dies while trying to make an attack at our kobold friend. Amazing. Fucking amazing. Okay. Wow. He has 1 hit point. Okay. So
That kobold is the boldest and
And also
bravest
standing
of us
next to
all.
the big thing.
the boldest kobold.
Yes.
Actually, it's his turn.
The
And-
koboldest.
Stab it!
He-
How do you want to do this?
He is going to stab at this large beast. I do not think he has it in him. But let's see. Natural.
What a fucking hero.
I
I love this call.
Holy shit. Okay. All right. The dice saith.
The dice giveth, then the dice taketh away.
Maximum damage.
Oh my god.
So he does 14 damage. Let's see. It doesn't kill it, but Jesus Christ.
Do they get like level ups? Like,
Dude, I'm gonna.
This is the most effective kobold of all time.
in history, yeah.
God.
Like,
Holy shit.
Bring him back from the dead.
Holy shit. If he survives this, wow.
he's a legend. He's
Oh
already a
my
legend.
god. Okay. Well, it is the big one's turn, but I don't
Oh,
think
no.
it gives a shit. All right. Tell you what,
Don't do this to us.
Egnir, Saldrew. Egnir, you are 1 through 8. Saldrew is 9 through 18, and the kobold is the last two.
Oh no.
Dice don't lie.
19 or 20.
Dice don't lie.
A 16.
Dice don't lie.
Okay.
Okay.
What
So it's
the
gonna make 2 attacks at Saldrew. Okay. One of which hits. Oh my god, this is so dumb. Wow, that's a good amount of damage. 27 slashing boys at Saldrew, who is finally starting to look a little bit beat up.
Not as strong as she pretends.
Nah, she seems like a
Oh,
bitch.
she's not bloody. She's just like actually finally looking like something approached hurting her. So as that one ends, the entity in the bronze mask yet again. Moves over like this. Says, "What do I want?" What he wills.
Whoa.
And with that is going to yeah, is going to conjure up in his hand what seems to be a black bolt of energy, and is going to throw it at first what looks like at the matriarch, but past her and at Egnir, which is disadvantage to hit, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Ranged spell attack. Okay. Oh, I think that misses actually. 13 misses as it
Oh yeah.
goes wide. And then as a bonus action, you're gonna see where the eyes are. It seems like there's like a fabric, and from underneath the fabric, you start seeing like small finger-like protrusions pressing against the fabric.
Yeah.
Dozens of almost like there's just like a sea anemone trying to escape from behind the eyes. Okay. Next up, Sarah's character. You are right there. You are muted.
You're muted.
I thought I unmuted myself. Okay,
No.
alright. So I'm gonna scoot back into the bubble.
Okay, you are in the bubble right now, but I'm assuming closer.
Oh, I'm in the bubble? Like,
You are definitely
bubble
in
is
the
not-
bubble.
okay, I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay.
Then I'm
Excuse
gonna
me.
spend 3 key points again, and I'm gonna shift my sharpen over to my longbow.
Okay.
So that's my bonus action.
All right.
I'm gonna pull out the longbow and I'm gonna take a couple of shots at this boy
All right.
in the bubble.
You loose 2 arrows.
Ooh, that's not good. Ooh, I'll use my inspiration boy. Yes. Okay. 16 to hit?
Misses.
Fuck.
As it just off of this breastplate, which looks to have a what at first you thought was a this bronze and sort of black etched design with like this V over the central part, I guess, the what's this called? Sternum. It is 2 eyes on the clavicles, and then a large empty maw in the
boy.
chest.
Alright. Well, my second shot was a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
So that's gonna be... 10 piercing damage.
Okay. As for the first time in this fight, damage is done. As you hit in the thigh, the unarmored, what seems to be black leather covered thigh. You do 10 piercing damage. And he looks down at it. And slowly raises his head towards you and cocks it to the side. Next up is Seldrew, who might be able to save this boy if she attacks and does well. So, a bite attack hits. A claw attack misses. And then hits. So the bite attack, 2d10 plus 9, okay.
Oh.
16, and then 2d6 plus 9, 17, which is what?
33.
33? And she kills it.
Kobold lives another day.
Slashing
Holy
through its
shit.
space. And then she walks up to here and gets in his
Whoop.
space.
Yes!
Underneath. He's living. The kobold is alive.
That's amazing.
All right, Ison and then Egnir.
I'm gonna use my turn to dash right next to him.
5,
I can take that
10,
path.
15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, right in his
Yeah,
face?
we have 70. So
You are underneath him, of course. He is floating
Yeah.
in there. Okay. And? That's your whole action?
That's it. Yep.
All right. Egnir, you're up. Then Thea? Rip.
How high off the ground is he?
He's 20 feet.
Okay. I am going to cast Grasping Vine directly underneath him.
Okay.
So he makes a Dex save.
Okay. Dex save it is. Fails is going to use one of his legendary resistances to succeed.
Right, I'll take it.
All right.
And then I'm going to cast. No, I can't cast. So this turn I will symbiotic entity.
Okay.
And gain 60 temp hit points.
As spores and fungi grow and solidify around your form. Okay. All right. So, next up is Thea.
What's the distance between myself and the masked guy?
Let us say 60 plus 20 more feet. Let's call it half for Pythagorean theorem. I don't know if that's actually true, but let's call it 70 feet.
Okay, great. I'm gonna take a sneak attack at him then.
Okay.
That's 20.
That is a 18.
An 18. The whistling arrow through the air and then shield as it bounces off. And he looks over to you confused.
Okay.
All right. And do you want to use your bonus action to rehide?
Yeah.
You have to position a little bit differently, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and roll a stealth.
12 plus 13, 25.
25. Okay. It is now the matriarch's turn. And she looks forward. What does she want to do?
Stop this.
She is going to... I believe... Can you do that? No. It's got to be a beast. She's going to cast... Hold Person.
Yes.
Yeah, she's going to cast Hold Person. So he needs to make a save of Wisdom. And fail, so he's going to use his second legendary resistance. He is being surrounded now by the group of you.
Don't let him get away.
The kobold is up.
Get him, boy!
Oh, yeah.
5,
MVP.
10.
MVP.
15. Does he have the courage to walk into the bubble? No, he doesn't. So he is going to use his sling to sling a rock at the bad guy with a natural 19.
Holy shit!
Which is just out of range for this guy to shield.
Oh
So he's gonna do
God.
1d4.
He's gonna like snap his fingers and he's
gonna
kill him,
do
but like
5 damage. 5. He is the
What?
second person to make contact. Amazing.
I love this kobold.
He doesn't even have a name. He was supposed to die. Kobold Achilles? Stop it. Cease forever. Looking around at the scene,
Oh no, you don't.
the bronze-faced entity. Thank you for the delivery. All 4 of you shall be blessed with a true form. And then this bubble begins to snap shut. Everyone inside the bubble, make me a charisma saving throw. The thing!
Fucking planned this.
Fuck, I have really bad charisma.
The charisma! Did you have your
I
thing
rolled
still?
so good.
1.
1? Oh, no!
The answer is 1.
All right. I'm
17.
going to roll both Saldrew's and hers in the thing so we can all see it. Saldrew's charisma save.
See ya.
She has a plus 12.
Nice.
24. And the matriarch's charisma save. She has a plus 0.
Oof. Uh-oh.
Oh, Egnir, it looks like
Sarah, what was yours?
17.
With your inspiration?
No, I didn't have to use my inspiration.
You didn't have to use it?
No, I used it earlier.
Oh, so you don't have it.
Yeah, I don't have it, but
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
have to anyway because it was still a high roll. I don't know.
Well, you did.
Oof. I'm
It's
assuming
okay,
it's
I
18.
rolled a 1. Rolled a 2, but -1.
So what you see is he blinks out along with the matriarch
Oh
and these two.
Yep.
no!
Yep. Told you! Told you he was teleporting!
As this ball of arcane energy snaps shut,
Oh, fuck.
and since none of you are player characters technically, none of you know what you experience.
What the fuck?
And that's where we're going to end the session.
I'm so upset.
When we pick back up, we'll start with Egnir and we'll move back over. The matriarch is gone.
Uh-oh.
But this kobold is alive. What the fuck?
That kobold is my goddamn hero.
Goated.
I think he's the new matriarch.
Can we night
Kobold is matriarch.
Egnir's the
adopt
highest
him?
ranking Golgari.
Oh god.
Egnir's the new matriarch.
Egnir is the new matriarch.
Well, she's not dead.
Well, yeah, but like
Or is
acting.
She's
So,
gonna be a fucking tentacle thing now.
left
How many
over,
did they make with this with fucking Ivory Drift? Oh my
Ison is left.
No, Ison's gone.
God. No.
Wait, not Ison. Thea. Thea's left.
Yeah.
Thea's the only one
Egnir,
I survived.
left.
the kobold who has no name, and Saldrew.
Look at level 20 memes.
We will in a moment. Thank you all for watching. We'll be back next week, probably Thursday, for back to your regularly scheduled charisma saves, where we have the Keepers of 8 dealing with this, and Egnir surviving. He didn't walk into that bubble. Good call. And we'll see what happens. I'm very
Next
excited.
turn,
Can
he
we have
was
a normal day?
he was absolutely going to cast Investiture Wind on himself and fly in there like Goku.
I respect it. I
Well-
really wish the woodland creature thing would have worked.
I was hoping that we had one more round so I could try to stun him, but
Well, we'll see what
Yeah,
happens.
what good's
I
on
was gonna try and
doesn't
climb
stunning
Thunder's
strike?
level.
trying a stunning strike, but I had to get up to him. He's 20 feet in the fucking air.
Could have burned like 50 of his legendary resistance. does...
I was gonna
He
run
only has
off
one
with
left.
Saldrew.
Yeah.
So-
almost had him.
Well, he took 15 damage that fight, so almost had him is a little relative. So,
Oh, I was about to bring the hurt.
and 5 of those was from a nameless kobold.
Who
He
is-
needs a name.
Yeah.
I was the only one
All
who
right.
heard him.
Tell you what, let's establish his name right now. I'm figuring it out.
Everyone's calling it Cobby in the chat.
His name's Cobby.
Cobby with a K.
He needs some...
Cobby with a K it is.
Fan art, too.
Yep.
Cobby
Cobby.
with a K, the bravest of
Kobe?
all the
Or
kobolds.
is it Kobe?
No,
It's Cobby.
Cobby,
K-O-B-B.
Cobby the kobold with a K.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, it's canon. Cobby the kobold.
I want some glorious Cobby fan art this week, people.
Hey, I have mechanics if you want a ward. Egnir.
Yes.
He has 11 hit points, but he can be your ward for as long as
Will-
those hit points last. So,
Will Saldrew give him to me?
I don't know. You could ask. So, that's it. That's the end. I love you guys. You're all beautiful. This was fun. Let's do it again. All right. To the memes! Go to the Discord to see N-Block's sexy memes. I'm sure it's happening.
No M block ones. But there's a
N-Block,
kobold
you bastard!
Well, it takes end block like 5 minutes after finish.
True.
They don't do it
Same.
during the session.
Same. Takes me 5 minutes after I finish.
I think it takes you 5 minutes before you finish. Sarah, can you
one.
corroborate?
Whoa.
Either way, that's great. Perfect. Bye, guys.